Direct support was speaking through the streets. The Pope, who shall remain nameless, Morgan Freeman, Martin Freeman, starting parents kidnap at speeds of up to 30 kilograms, Kenyan homes proposed by Grimm. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome rats outgrabe. Something that I need to clear up before it gets out of hand. Yes, I am aware that Morgan Freeman didn't play Bilbo in The Hobbit or in Lord of the Rings. You know, Morgan Freeman and Martin Freeman have very similar names, and I am sorry. I had no explanation. Except for maybe it was a parallel dimension where Morgan Freeman played The Hobbit, played Bilbo Baggins, which would be pretty cool. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not sure Morgan Freeman would have been killed by zombies. Martin Freeman, yeah, definitely, but Morgan Freeman? Well, now we got that out of the way. So I was thinking that given that yesterday I killed myself, well, not myself, but myself from the future, and given that that future self wasn't very much older than myself, well, I've come to a realization that my seemingly infinite existence is apparently finite. Not only is it finite, which I can tell you is quite a surprise to me, and I'm not very happy about it, but not only is it finite, but it appears to be finalizing soon. If you know, the me from the future isn't very old, then I'm going to go into the future, come into the past, and I'm going to kill myself, and it's quite upsetting. Of course, that's given that we're existing under a time travel paradigm which allows for just one continuum which you travel, you know, from one part to another part, so it allows for things like paradoxes and self-murder and all that sort of thing. And by self-murder, I don't mean the traditional sort of self-murder where you kill yourself in the biblical sense. I mean self-murder is when you're presented with yourself and you attack yourself with a weapon. If it were that we're working under a multi-dimensional paradigm of time travel, which is where you have infinite number of universes, and whenever you travel from one time period to another, you're not actually traveling back in time through your own stream, you're traveling from one stream to another stream, and when you're moving to that stream's only existence is to facilitate the existence of an instance where someone from another dimension traveled into that time. You see what I mean? The idea is that for every possibility there's another choice, or at least one other choice, and for every one of those choices is a parallel dimension when that thing's happening because the world is infinite, right? So, given that the rest of time in this dimension is now continually affected by the fact that someone from another dimension travelled into this dimension and then was killed, I killed me, then that kind of implies that the entire purpose of this dimension exists only to accommodate that possibility. I'm not sure how I feel about that. On the one hand, not only does the whole world revolve around me, but the entire reality within which we exist revolves around me. Which I kind of took to be intuitively obvious anyway. But on the other hand, that kind of implies that the entire purpose of my existence has come and passed in the blur of afternoon editing. Well, seeing as me killing myself is the purpose of your existence, aren't you glad I caught it on camera? Also, I stated yesterday clearly and with no threat of ambiguity that I am in fact the internet. In the interest of upholding the logical consistency and internal cohesion of my video posts, I've decided to uphold this claim. Of course, if I am the internet, then it follows that I know everything, or at least most things. At the very least, I know your preferences, after metabolizing Google. Metabolizing Google? I think Google's more probably my liver. Liver? Liver? I don't know. But clearly I don't have access to this information, because if I were aware of it, then it would render this entire rant obsolete. So, I'm guessing that my internet knowledge exists somewhere below the conscious-subconscious divide, which would mean that I only have access to these things in dreams, and spontaneous moments, in therapy. Also, if I'm the internet, that quite possibly means that I am now the target of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator from Terminator 3. Oh my god, I'm Skynet. As for what men really want, well, I'm actually kind of thinking they really would rather like to have Morgan Freeman, not Martin Freeman, play Bilbo in the Hobbit films. That would be fantastic. Morgan Freeman as Harry Potter. Morgan Freeman as Edward from Twilight. Morgan Freeman as Dora in Dora the Explorer. There are endless possibilities. Okay, that's me for the day, so if you have any ideas as to what films or characters you'd like to see Morgan Freeman star as or in, then just leave it in the comments below and I'll read it, and it will be a thing. Ka kite anō. Today is my 111st birthday.